Bruce Lee was challenged. Show me your best move by Frazier. His execution left Joe speechless. Bruce Lee was challenged. Show me your best move by Frazier. His execution left Joe speechless. The air in the Hong Kong gym was thick with tension, the scent of sweat and leather heavy in the humid evening. Joe Frazier, the heavyweight boxing champion, stood with his arms crossed, his broad shoulders casting a long shadow over the mats. He had come to see Bruce Lee not as a fan, but as a skeptic, a man who had heard the legends but refused to believe them until he saw proof with his own eyes. You talk big, Lee, Frazier rumbled, his voice a deep growl. But I don't see no kung fu that can handle a real punch. Show me your best move. One shot. That's all I need. Bruce didn't flinch. He stood light on his feet, his dark eyes unreadable, his body coiled like a spring. The challenge wasn't just about skill, it was about pride. Frazier had come to test him, to see if the man behind Enter the Dragon was as deadly as the myths claimed. Bruce exhaled slowly. One move, he agreed. But remember, you asked for it. Frazier smirked, rolling his shoulders. Go on, then. Impress me. Bruce didn't move. Not yet. He waited, letting the silence stretch until Frazier's smirk faltered. Then, in a blur too fast for the eye to follow, Bruce struck. It wasn't a punch. It wasn't a kick. It was something else, something Frazier had never felt before. A single finger, lightning quick, pressed into the nerve cluster just below Frazier's left ear. The world exploded in white-hot pain. Frazier's knees buckled before he even realized what had happened. His vision swam, his muscles locked, and for one terrifying second, he couldn't breathe. He hit the mat hard, gasping, his body betraying him in ways he didn't understand. Bruce stepped back, his expression unreadable. That, he said quietly, is Dim Mak, the touch of death. Not a killing blow. Just a reminder of how fragile we are. Frazier pushed himself up on trembling arms, his face flushed with humiliation and fury. What the hell was that? He snarled. Bruce crouched beside him, his voice calm. You wanted my best move. I gave it to you. But you didn't ask for the right thing. Frazier wiped sweat from his brow, his pride stinging worse than the pain. I ain't never been dropped like that. Not by Ollie, not by Foreman. Not by nobody. Bruce stood, offering a hand. Frazier hesitated, then took it, letting Bruce pull him to his feet. That's because they fight by the rules, Bruce said. I don't. Frazier flexed his jaw, the ache still throbbing. He had come to prove something, to himself, to the world. But now, he wasn't sure what he had learned. You coulda killed me, he muttered. Bruce shook his head. I could have. But that wasn't the point. Frazier stared at him, the fire in his eyes slowly cooling. He had expected a show. A sparring match. A display of flashy kicks and punches. Instead, he had been humbled by something far more dangerous, a man who didn't just fight, but understood fighting in ways no one else did. Damn, Frazier finally said, rubbing his neck. I came here to test you. Guess you tested me instead. Bruce smiled faintly. The best fights aren't won with strength. They're won with knowledge. Frazier exhaled, then chuckled, a low, grudging sound. All right, Lee. You got me. But next time, warn a man before you turn his legs to jelly. Bruce extended his hand again. This time, Frazier shook it without hesitation. The challenge was over. And in its place, something unexpected had been born, not rivalry, but respect. As Frazier left the gym, the weight of the lesson settled in. Bruce Lee had shown him his best move. And it had changed everything.